So I am going on a date tonight. I am going on a date tonight because it is me and Devin's 3-year anniversary. You might be thinking to yourself, Erin, you look exhausted, you look a little disheveled, are you not sleeping? And the simple answer is no. And that is because we are currently in the middle of applying for a visa, which if you have the unfortunate experience of ever having to apply for one, then you already know that we are in the depths of hell.
Welcome to the Hotel Hell. Check-in time is now, check-out time is never.
Say hello to the vlog. Look at how huge he is. Like, if you watched our vlog of going to pick him up, you were literally the size of a flea. Now you're a monster. Oh. So it is me and Devin's 3-year anniversary on Monday, so we're going to go out for dinner this weekend. We are going to an Italian restaurant, so we will be leaving Teddy and the wee bun in the house on their own tonight with no one to love you. I'm only joking, they love it when we leave. They literally want to burn the house down. So first step is I'm gonna go wash my face and start doing my makeup. And I feel like I haven't really chatted too much about me and Devin and how we met. I feel like I will fill you in on that while I'm getting ready. My hair's a mess right now. So something that would probably send 2020 me into a coma is that I have not used fake tan in a year. In Ireland, it's such a huge thing. Everybody fake tans. Even if you're not really going anywhere, I feel like you kind of just get addicted to it. Whereas here, nobody fake tans. And so I haven't done it now in a year. Now, in saying that, for special occasions, I will probably still fake tan. The real test will be when I go home and it's summer and I have to go bare-legged somewhere and I don't have tan on. I feel like that would be a big challenge for me. Trying to just embrace my natural paleness a wee bit more. In the last few months, I've really gotten into skincare because there's no way I could upkeep with the amount of tan I'd have to be applying with the amount that I wash my face now and the amount of serums and products that I put on. But I do have 2 weddings coming up and I feel like it would be nice to be tanned for those. Whether I get like a spray tan or I just like tan myself, I feel like it'll be like a nice wee treat where you just kind of feel all put together whenever you're tan. So I'm gonna keep it as something for like a special occasion, I think. And I guess tonight could have been a special occasion. I could have tanned tonight, but ladies, why are we putting in all the effort when a man literally rolls out of bed and is ready to go? I think I'm going to put on those wee eye patches as well because my under eyes are looking very scary today with the lack of sleep. They're the Pixie Detoxify. I do have an outfit in mind that I would like to wear. The dog is just in the rabbit's cage right now. Okay, so I have the outfit on and I'm going to show you. Nowhere in my house is clean, by the way, because like I said, stressed and visa, so do not judge. So this is the set. The skirt obviously has a bit of a slit in it. I definitely would feel more confident in it if I was tanned, but alas, that is something we're trying to get over. I think this is the look. So now we just have to tackle my hair and makeup. I wanted to chat to you a wee bit then about me and Devin and how we met and that whole situation. So basically, me and Devin have been together for 3 years now. We got together in 2020 and we started as a long distance relationship because he was in Canada, obviously, and I was in Ireland. So we've been together 3 years, but we've actually known each other for over 10 years. I'm not sure the exact number. And so basically we actually met through his sister. Me and her were like long distance friends, met online, and that's how I met him. And so we started chatting in 2020. We started like having video calls when everyone was like in lockdown, and me and him were just like chatting all the time. And then he actually came over to meet me in August of 2020, which is insane. And he had never been on a flight on his own before. He'd only been on a plane once. He'd never flown internationally. He was crazy and everybody thought he was crazy for doing it, obviously. Side note, I just bought this primer It's the NYX Plump Right Back. And I went to go to the checkout at Shoppers and it was like $25. I feel like that's expensive for a drugstore primer, but I love it. I really, really like it. It smells really good. And it's like, as soon as you put it on your face, you feel it doing something. I don't know what it's doing, but something's happening.
I'm gonna go get my haircut.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's beautiful. I like your outfit.
I look like right now.
Hey, vlog. Hey, love you, baby.
Bye. Now I feel bad about saying he rolls out of bed and is ready because he's going to get his hair cut now. I'm still definitely that wee girl that can't do her eyeliner without sellotape, which is kind of embarrassing because I've been doing winged eyeliner since I was like 15. So back to me and Devin. So yeah, everybody thought that he was insane. And before we'd even met each other, we had told each other that we loved each other, which is insane again. Like, it is actually crazy. And I remember being so nervous to go down and get him. And seeing him for the first time was so strange. We had been on FaceTime every single day together. Like, we would go to sleep on FaceTime. And so to spend so much time looking at someone and never having seen them, to see them for the first time is the weirdest experience. And obviously he was really gorgeous and I was like in awe of him. He was in awe of me. He was like so mind blown to be in Ireland. It is a really, really long journey, and then you land in Ireland and it should be the middle of the night for you because of the time zone difference, right? And it's like 8 o'clock in the morning in Dublin. And then he stayed in Ireland for 3 weeks. It was supposed to be 2, but he pushed his flight back, which would be the first of many times. And then we didn't see each other then from September until after Christmas. But the hardest part of him leaving every time he left was that we never had another trip booked. We never knew when we were going to see each other again. And that just felt so dramatic. Like, it literally was like, oh well, we don't know if it's going to be 3 months or if it's going to be a year. And keep in mind, this was like the height of COVID where the border to Canada was closed. It was a pretty scary time, and see, to be honest, we still are a wee bit like low-key traumatized. So even when we're taking trips together now, when we're flying home to Ireland for Christmas, we will look at each other and be like, are you really upset right now? Like, or do you feel nervous? And we'll both be like, aye. I swear we have like some form of PTSD from the airport. Long distance relationships are really, really tough, especially international long distance relationships, but they can definitely last and they can definitely be successful, which here we are now 3 years later. But a lot of people, if you're in one, will try to tell you otherwise and that it's a waste of time. I have to focus to do my eyeliner, but I'll be right back. A really funny story that not a lot of people know is that me and Devin have had each other on social media for a very, very, very long time, right? So I think 2013 we became friends on Snapchat, and we've had each other on Facebook for longer than that. And so one day I scrolled right back, and this was like, we were together a few months, I think, because I would never be able to do it now, but I scrolled right back on Snapchat and read our messages from before we were together, and they are so funny. They are hilarious. There was one St. Patrick's Day that Devin messaged me and he was full on trying to flirt with me, and in the messages I was just like shooting him down. And so then he had a couple of trips to Ireland. He actually ended up staying for like 6 months at one stage and had to keep like contacting the government to get approval to stay. So he stayed for a really, really, really long time, and then he went back. And then I ended up moving to Canada in 2021. We were only really long distance for that first year. And honestly, it was so difficult. So if you're someone that is in an international long distance relationship for more than a year, like, you have my complete respect. But like I said before, it is doable. And whenever you find somebody that's worth it, then you will get through it. I moved to Canada in July 2021. And then me and Devin moved into our wee flat that we're in now in February of 2022. And then we ended up getting the wee bun, our rabbit, in, I think it was in March of, or maybe it was the end of February. It was around that time in 2022, really shortly after we moved in here. Then we got Teddy, our puppy, in October. And so now we're in April of 2023, and it has been 3 years since we started FaceTiming, which is crazy. But that's pretty much everything in terms of our timeline. I think everything that's standing out. I'm very, very excited to be going out and just being all loved up and thinking about all the good things that has happened in the last 3 years. On that same note about international long distance relationships that last, one of my very, very closest friends, Maria, is getting married in Kansas in October. And she's getting married to her fiance Charlie, who is from England. And so they were also in an international long distance relationship. He actually just recently got his visa approved, which is so exciting for them. They were in long distance for so much longer than me and Devin, and they are like two troopers. So me and Devin will be flying down to Kansas to go to their wedding, and I am so happy for them, and I'm so excited to see them get married. And so don't listen to anyone that says that long distance doesn't work. People like to be negative. So I am the biggest fan of Rare Beauty these days. Whenever their stuff first came out and everyone was like ranting and raving about them, I didn't really jump to try the Rare Beauty products. Like, I wasn't really too fussed until I tried the blush, and I was like, okay, sold. And so I use the blush, I use the contour stick, and my newest purchase is the highlighter, and this is unreal, absolutely unreal. On that note of purchases, I was in Forever 21 the other day, which I never ever shop in. I don't think I've bought something in Forever 21 since I was like 12, but I was in there the other day because I seen they were having a big sale, and I ended up getting a wee pair of shorts just to kind of run around in working from home. But they also had buy one get two free on all their jewelry. So I bought a few pieces and I'll show you. The first thing I bought was this necklace, which is just the solid gold, which I really, really like. So I'm trying to decide between this and the other necklace, which I'm going to show you, which is like a chunky gold chain. And I like the chunky gold chain, but I like it a lot because I got the matching bracelet. I just don't know which to go for. I think I'm going to go for the chain tonight, even though I like this more in general. I think because this outfit is so plain that the chain is going to match it. I don't think I'll be able to put this bracelet on until Devin comes home to help me. This is so hard. It's the nails. We're almost done. It is just my lips, my mascara, and my hair. I feel like there's no way I can make a YouTube video right now and not talk about the book series that is absolutely taking over my life, and that is ACOTAR. It is the best book series that I've read since I was like 15 or 16, honestly. It's like a fantasy series, and normally it takes a lot for me to get into like fantasy books. This book series, I don't know what it is, but it has such a chokehold on me right now. It is literally taking over every single day of my life. So there are 5 books in the series, and I finished the 3rd one last night, and I'm so afraid to finish them because I literally don't know what I'll do with my life. I'm actually considering not finishing them so that I don't have to deal with the emotional breakup with all my characters. I know that the author is writing another book, but it's not coming out for another 2 years. Now for the scary part. I used to read books every single day. I would just fly through them, and especially like fantasy series whenever I was younger, like Vampire Academy and The Mortal Instruments and all those kind of ones. Like, I read all of them, loved them, and I swore that I was like too old for it and there was nothing that was going to interest me to go back to be as obsessed with fantasy books, and I was so incredibly wrong. If you're looking for something to just literally take over your whole life and consume every thought, read the ACOTAR series. Now I have to deal with my hair. I think I'm going to brush out some of the curls. That's a wee bit less frizzy. Earrings is the last thing that we need. I feel like I'm just going to go for like a chunky gold tip. Will you put my bracelet on for me, Devin?
Good.
Great, thank you. This is the makeup look. This is me all ready to go. The only thing I have to do is put on my heels, and that's me, and my coat, I guess, because it is pretty chilly out. But I am very excited to eat some pasta, to eat some good food. I am so excited.
I've been fasting all day.
See, I haven't. I've been eating like a horse all day. I was telling my dad today about the cocktails that they have in there.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited. I've been craving that one cocktail all day.
We had dinner. It's very nice.
We had dinner. Very nice.
We had dinner.
We're dead inside.
Yeah.
We had so much and it was so good, all of it.
Yeah, it was very good.
If you can't tell, he has already fallen asleep since we've gotten back. But he's gonna try and stay awake now. We're gonna watch the last song. And so if you made it to the end of this vlog, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And it is night from us.
Night.
Happy 3 years.
Happy 3 years, baby.
Bye.
Night.